Going down to the garden. Happy to report there's no 5'8" snake between me and there. Okay. So we're gonna do a couple things. We're gonna weed the garden, which is really overdue. And I'm going to improve the tomatoes. And by improve, so tomatoes, they grow, and it's it's a plant that has a bunch of little, they're not thorns, but they're kind of like a tingly edge to them. Oh, by the way, I had Swiss chard yesterday with eggs. Holy cow, that was good. Okay, so tomatoes. I came down here, remember the compost pile? So it's been about a month now, maybe more, and I'm happy to report here's our test compost pile. I know it's not big, and why make it big if it wasn't going to work in the first place? But some plants have found their way into it, and I'm sure they were happy until just now. But look at this nice stuff. What's in there? Oh, jeez, that scared me. I moved this plant out of the way, and it just like kind of fell on me just there. All right, so back to the compost. So this was just grass and leaves, about a 1-to-2 ratio, and it looks like and feels like dirt now. Look at that. That's really cool. I did notice there's quite a few centipedes in here, and they're probably responsible for making a lot of this soil, but that is really nice compost now. Okay, it severely needs a weeding, and the lettuce keeps coming and coming and coming. It's awesome. Our Swiss chard I tried for the first time last night. We got this red variety, red stems, and we got this, now this was all in one pack, so, but this variety too. So I sauteed some onion and garlic, and what else? A green pepper. Toward the end, the last minute or two, I threw in this stuff, coarsely chopped, and then I threw about 7 eggs in there. Meg, me, and Autumn all had the eggs, and they were just to die for. They were so good. We all wanted more of them. So these are our tomatoes, and I can't get the detail with this camera. Maybe I'll use the other one, but there is, on tomato plants, you know, you got these like little prickery things. They're not prickers, they don't hurt you, but they're like little hairs that are coming off. Those are roots. So if you crown up the compost and submerge like up to here on this plant, it will send out more and more roots, further stabilizing the plant's food source, and it will produce a lot more fruit for you. So that's what we're going to be doing, but only after we do all this weeding. So this is the line coming from up above. I'd like to put this in the ground so it's more permanent one day, but so I have this thing, and I'll put a link to it. So it takes 1 and puts it out in 2, but it's not a splitter. You could set this thing to go off zone 1 and zone 2 at different times and at different intervals. So the problem I was having, I tried hooking the 2 of those sprinklers together at the same time, and then the water pressure wasn't enough to actually saturate the garden all the way. So I figured if I ran one of them for a certain amount of time, then I ran the other one a certain amount of time, the sprinklers would function properly, and they would be able to cover the whole garden just with 2 sprinklers. So basically this thing goes off at 8 o'clock for 15 minutes, and then at 8:15 for 15 minutes, and no, it's for 10 minutes at least. And you just stagger the times like that, and it works really well. So All right, quick little garden update. Friends, we got nicely weeded rows again. I took out the spinach. This is arugula. I'm thinking I might clip those back and see if they pop back up again. But everything looks pretty good except for the, you know, as soon as I put in the video, the cabbage was doing great. Something smoked it. But now, okay, we got these small tomato plants. And I once watched a video from, they're a big inspiration for me anyway, Simple Living Alaska. They do a lot of homesteading, and they grow all their own food pretty much. And they're pros at tomatoes. And that's where I got the idea to put compost up, kind of crown the plant, because all these little fibers coming out of the base of the tomato plant, they will shoot new roots out, and it'll establish the plant better, give it more nutrients, and make it a lot bigger, and then your fruit yield will improve dramatically. So Ariel, if you by chance listen to this, thank you for sharing your knowledge on the tomatoes. So I'm going to try that with the little experiment that I have with that compost pile that I made out of grass and leaves. But we got a special guest here in the house today. There's Mama Sue. There she is. And it's her 50th wedding anniversary today.
Oh, wow. That's a long time.
Yep. That's Meg's mom, Sue. She's helping us kind of get these weeds under control. And she loves this stuff. So we're going to definitely try to stay on top of it more now that we know what's what here. I just can't get over these zucchini. Look at that. Every day they're changing. I got a nice one coming right here. So that's exciting. All right, tomatoes, you're going to go get some food. So here's our tomato plant, and see this one here? Let's get rid of this bottom shoot and this bottom. We want some nice exposed stems to the plant, and we're going to crown it up pretty high. Now a tree, you'd suffocate the tree doing that, but tomato plants, apparently it'll shoot out roots like crazy if you do that. So let's give it a shot, and I'll report the results. All right, that's all of the compost, what we got. And Mom had a good idea here. She said, so there's 2 rows here of tomatoes, and right behind her, past her, that right there, there's a couple other ones. And she said that would be a good control. Let's see if our theory is correct. So let's, for lack of a better term, let's deprive these guys of that compost and see what they do. There's more back here than I thought.
Yeah.
Is this a tomato? Yeah. Huh.
Running into the, the grass
yeah.
along the edge.
We'll have to clip the grass back.
Compromising that.
So we're going to leave this group back here behind the potatoes the way it is, and we're going to see how these guys do with some new yummy nutrients for them. So stay tuned. We'll check back in a couple weeks on those.
We are on our 3rd day of caulking.
I mean, we could have done it in 2, Meg.
I don't know about that.
Do that, and probably down to what, Meg? The trim board here, and
Sure.
then you could do the rest.
Okay.
All right, I'll focus on the triangle. We're finishing up this side here.
So I am going to get started. We only have 2 caulk guns and Dad and John are using both of them. So I'm gonna get started on painting the trim around the windows. All right, today we're working on second coat of white paint. Oh, it's a hot one. John's working on this side. He already did around the back.
I'm just gonna get the top so I can reach the last one.
Okay. Oh. All right, here's what the back looks like. Looking good. I gotta do around the electric box by hand. But it's looking really nice.
At least it's got a nice breeze, huh?
Yeah.
All right, we are out and about. I hit the eaves this morning while Meg did some things inside. They look pretty good. We didn't want to spray, so we're doing this in the fascia board by hand. So Meg's on the ladder right now. Looks like she's breaking her back trying to get that fascia board going. Are you okay? Do you need me to do that?
No, I'm fine.
All right, there's the other eave board, the trim board. So this side looks pretty good. We'll wrap that up, and really happy with how the caulk has come out too. Everything got covered up nicely. So I'm glad we took the time and came in here and did all this caulk. It was a lot of work, a couple days of work, but now there's no holes and it looks really sharp. Don't you think the caulk was worth it, Meg?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They're super.
Those gaps would have stood out like a sore thumb, especially painting the structure white. The color of the roof is like a medium gray color. We went to the store and I did this on the computer. I went ahead and took a picture pretty much like this, and then I brought it on the computer and I drew in some boxes here around that window and the doorway frame, and we picked out a trim color. So everything's going to stay white pretty much except for around the windows immediately, the window trim, and around the door, kind of like make a horseshoe pattern from there up and around and then down that side. So
that's pretty much it. I wouldn't even call it color, because then the door being the green that Meg painted it, it really looks nice with that gray. While Meg's doing that, I'm gonna go bring this stuff up to the burning area, and I might cut it apart with the chainsaw. This is just extra scrap, and it's been roasting in the sun. And this is why like projects take forever. I got my RK24 sitting over here. I was just coming down here from the barn and made the turn right here, and I noticed my front left tire, which I think has given me trouble before. It was just coming off the wheel, so it looks like it's on the wheel there, but you look on the back and it lost its bead. So this is going to be fun. I have a little trick that I'll share with everybody. I did this in a previous video in the middle of winter, but it's been a while. So here's what I got. I got a ratchet strap, a big one, not a little dinky one. You need like a good 2-inch one. All right, I'm gonna loosen that up, and we're gonna put it around the whole wheel, whole tire actually. Find which way is which. I'm just gonna shut up and do it. Try to keep it centered. And flat. Actually, let's spray a little bit of soap. I got Dawn and water in a spray bottle here. Just so it slips on a little easier on the rim inside. All right. Now if you tighten this down and it's centered, you should be able to apply pressure, which forces it to go out when you're putting air into it. All right, let's see if we could inject some air in there. See, did you hear that? Plop. We've almost got it all set. There you go. Done. Now, take this off and then finish filling it up to the proper PSI, which is, this is 35. You know, it could have just been low pressure and a sharp turn. Just popped it off popped it off the tube or off the wheel. I'm not seeing any leaks right now on this side. No bubbles there either. Hey, looks like I got lucky here, guys. Yeah, it's just low pressure in the tire. I think I just popped it off the rim on accident. Oh yeah, I got a leak. There it is. It's the valve stem again. Oh yeah. can't believe it, and I'm gonna tell Meg about that. I'm gonna brag to Meg about this, but last winter when I replaced this thing, yeah, 2 comes in a pack, and I found the other one. That's amazing. I didn't have to go to the store. It's pretty exciting, worth mentioning, and hopefully, guys, it gives you some hope too, that you can find things, and yeah, it feels good, I gotta say. All right, let's get this thing off of here. I just heard a rumble. It's coming from that way. Looks ominous. We got some cumulonimbus, Meg. Yeah. You're gonna probably, let's stop putting wet paint on the structure so it doesn't look like a girl with eyeliner crying. Meg doesn't wear makeup. Do you guys know that? Like none. She's a just natural beauty. Right, Meg?
Sure, John.
No makeup. Mm-mm. All right, so we are, well, Meg's close. What do you guys think? You like it? Let us know. I like it. I think it's cute how Meg paints as much as she can and then she comes back with the ladder. Shows you how small she is. It's cute. All right, that's it. That's the paint we're doing. Doing windows, door, other door, and the green grass grew all around. Right, Meg?
Yeah, gotta go inside now and make this episode.
That's what we're gonna do. You look like you're sponsoring Valspar. Here, hold on, ready?
Valspar Season Flex for all your shed needs.
I told him to give me the cheap stuff.
That's not cheap.
I said give me the cheapest stuff you got.
Paint's stupid.
Anyway, 2 episodes a week is a fast turnaround. Gotta get to it. John, can you make dinner?
Yeah, of course. Great. I always make dinner. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed the episode. Meg, anything you'd like to say?
We're almost there.
We're almost there?
I feel like we say that every episode.
Okay. Getting there, Meggie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here you go. Let me set that. Toss up the tube. Come on, right here. Levitate, right here.
I don't want it to hit Maddie.
It won't if you throw it right. Come on.
Maddie, move.
Over here. Come on, girl.
Toss it up. Good.
Perfect. You're getting good at tossing it.
Give me the wood.
Oops.
That's not right.
Spoke too
Come
soon.
on, right in my
I
head.
spoke too soon. Good hands.
Sorry.
Shortstop that. Thank you. That what? What?
It's covered in paint. I'm just cleaning it up.
That's yeah, whenever I'm doing something with these nuts, I always think of the Christmas Story with Ralphie. You know the scene I'm talking about. Just keep it clean though, guys.
Oh, no! can get it.
Yeah.
Hey, at least it's not 20 degrees out.
Oh man, yeah. Last time I did this, it was.
Gotta be.